All right, man. So here's what you want to do. You're gonna kind of plant your back foot. You're gonna use it as like a brace, right? Push off of it. And you want to glide on your front foot.
I don't know what you mean. I've never done this.
Well, you ever like slide on a floor or something? You ever just like push off and just?
Yeah.
Well, imagine you're doing that, but now you got wheels on your feet.
Okay, and how am I not going to land on my back if I'm doing this?
Look, just hold on to my hands. I got you.
Okay. You're gonna let go of me if I just go, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a big deal. It's just like falling off a bike. You never forget.
I would want to forget that.
I mean, it's like 9/11. Don't forget that.
Woo! Hey there, you two! I got a package delivery for Shmeev.
The fuck? How do you keep finding me? What the fuck is going on here?
Hey, listen. I look at what it says on the package. I go where it tells me to. That's it.
Who the fuck is this? What is happening?
He's some delivery guy. I don't know. Oh, all right, man.
We're at a fucking...
Yeah, look, I don't question it anymore.
Perfect. Is there a blade? Is this blade right here?
Yeah. What? How do you know me?
Okay, good, because this package says Shmeev and blade. I see it right there. Gabagoo, hey. So, you know the drill at this point. I'm gonna need you both to just sign, and then I'm gonna hand this right over to you.
All right, yeah. Look, we should probably pull off of the floor here. You know, we don't want to get in the way of everyone. I can't really sign that well while I'm skating. Blade, just kind of.
Yeah, can you help me, please?
I got you. Yeah, I got you. No problem.
Woo, woo, whoa, oh yeah, spin, twist. Okay, here we go. Off to the side. Go ahead and sign for me.
All right. Scribble. Right. That's my name. Don't wear it out.
And Blade, I'm gonna need you to sign this too.
Brother, I'm shaking so bad. I've never been skating before. I have no idea. I'm so sorry. It's gonna be illegible. I just need you to know that.
Okay, well, hey, whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as you wrote something right there and that something is your name, then we're good to go. Here is a package for you.
All right, Blade, can you take this real quick? I'm going to keep my eyes on this guy. I'm not going to fucking look away from him for a second. He's fucking gone. I blinked. What the fuck, man?
Are you having a problem with this guy? What is this?
Like I said, he just keeps showing up. At the very least, he's been dropping off some banger albums, to be real. So I'm not that... I'm concerned, but I'm not as concerned as I would be if he was, like, dropping off, I don't know, fucking a bomb.
Okay, so it's not anything bad. We're gonna open this and be happy?
I hope so. If trends hold, yes.
Okay, but like, what if this time it is the bomb? And you want me to open it and be here with you?
Well, no, I mean, I can open it if you want me to open it.
Yeah, first time skating, I'm still shaking a lot. I don't think I could open it accurately.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Hang on, wait, he put this in like a fucking, just like a puzzle box or something? That's fucking weird. Alright, hang on a minute. Just, okay. That's good. Little F2L there, that's not bad. Okay. Alright, oh, we got a PLL skip on this one. That's nice.
What are you talking?
This looks... That's, I think that's an L perm, so hang on, just... Alright, got it. Let's crack this motherfucker open. Oh.
What? What is it?
This is You know, he's been dropping off, like I said, he's been dropping off some banger albums. But they also tend to be ones that I really don't need another copy of. And I don't think you need another copy of this.
What is it?
It's a classic for our generation. None other than the Black Parade.
Oh, I would actually like to take one of these home. My childhood copy is gone. So I'm really glad he brought us two.
That's good, yeah. I mean, like, I still have mine. I mean, you could take both if you want. I mean, if you have somebody to give them to.
I would like that, actually. Are you sure this guy's a problem? This might just be like a really good dude. At this point, if you found like an air tag on you, would you even really care?
A little bit. It's a matter
but
of principle.
enough to take it off.
What do you say? We see about maybe the guy will play this for us over the speakers on the ring.
I think that would help my first time skating anxiety a lot if I was familiar with what's going on around me.
All right, let's head on over. Oh, they use a PS2 for CDs here too. Huh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Schmeev in Paradise Bar and Grill and Rehabilitation Relocation Center for Wayward Juggalos. You are joined by just Schmeev. Hello, it's me. No co-host. No guest either. It's just me this whole time. That's it. But of course, that couldn't be real. I've done that a bunch of times. I did it for that whole adventure that I had. But let me tell you, it was kind of a fucking nightmare, just rambling into a microphone on my own. So I don't plan on doing that again. But I do have somebody here with me. I have a guest here at the bar and the grill. And would that guest like to introduce themselves to the people?
Hello, my name is Blade Brown. I'm 30 years old from Tennessee. I like my wife and my cats, long walks on the beach. I don't know. I'm just here because of the beach setting, you know? I'm not really a wayward juggalo. I'm not even really fully a juggalo anymore. I don't know why I've been included.
That just means that the treatment is working.
Every year I'm in this rehab program, I get less and less juggalo-like, and it's really nice. The progress is significant every year.
It's truly stunning to see just how far you've come since the first time you were here. And, now we're here, and so this month, this year even, Schmeev in Paradise has been a little bit different, where once it was somebody bring music to somebody else. As you all know, if you've listened to the prior 2 episodes, now it's come together to listen to an album that is beloved by the both of us. And Blade, good pal, what is that? What's that album?
This is My Chemical Romance's The Black Parade.
It sure is. And since I didn't ask it before we got into the album part of it, how you doing?
I'm doing really good. I'm going to date us. It's a Monday. I've worked before this. Yeah, I know. It's a Monday. I worked right before this. I, did stuff after work, waited for Seb, brought in groceries, laundry, stuff that doesn't really matter. But I'm doing, all things considered, really good. How about you?
I'm also fresh off of work. I was taking notes furiously right after that. And went and made myself a sandwich, a little double-decker peanut butter jelly.
Ooh. So
always a good
peanut butter and jelly on both layers, or did you do
3
peanut
slices
butter
of
bread? Yeah. But was
Yeah.
peanut butter on one, jelly on the other, or did you do both on all?
Yeah, both on all. Yeah.
Okay. What flavor jelly? What kind of jelly guy are you?
Standard grape right now. I mean, I love a good strawberry jelly or jam. Those are my 2 go-tos. But lately, I've had a standard grape.
Okay, I'm
Maybe
a
even
strawberry
Concord grape,
diehard.
I'm not sure.
I am a strictly no jelly unless it's strawberry, really.
I mean,
Grape is
I
fine
love
in
strawberry.
a pinch. It's fine in a pinch, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to choose it.
That's fair. We all have our things. As far as peanut butter goes, what's your peanut butter style?
I'm crunchy, through and through.
I do love a good crunchy peanut butter. I don't have any right now. We have big fucking canisters of Jif.
Oh yeah, Costco,
which I'm
containers.
into. No, I think these just came from Walmart.
Oh. I will take creamy if it's buying for value and you buy the giant ones, but if I'm getting peanut butter on my own, I'm going crunchy so I can feel something on me eating it.
Texture's good. It's great.
Yes.
I love a good crunch. I also just like peanuts in general. They've always been like a good go-to snack for me if I'm going to like a convention or something and I need something to just carry around that I can snack on throughout the day and kind of tide me over between meals. Big can of peanuts.
I think I'm going to bring some trail mix to the next con we go to. You just inspired that one.
Let me tell you, it's great having something to snack on. I like to be prepared because at cons, long lines and stuff, there are people who just haven't eaten like all fucking day because they ran out of cup noodles in their hotel room, or they, just fucking forgot and were rushing out the door and didn't have anything. And it's like, dog, you gotta take care of your body. We're getting old. You gotta fucking eat. Have some gummies. Get your sugar back up. Have a fucking bottle of water. Powerade. Replenish your electrolytes. It's important. This is a public service announcement.
You will not catch me slipping on the hydration part. However, at cons, I usually do not eat, and that is a problem.
You gotta fucking eat. It's very important.
For the listeners who don't know, con food is kind of scary most of the time.
No, I mean, it's never really scary. It's just expensive.
It's also scary. I've had gray hot dogs at conventions.
I don't know where the fuck you're going to conventions.
Can I ruin your chances of being sponsored by them?
I don't care.
Astronomicon always has gray hot dogs.
Well,
they're gray.
That's a different kind of con.
And they charge you $5 for one slice of Little Caesars hot and ready cut in half.
Yeah, you're going to bad cons.
Yeah, I no longer go because I'm no longer a native. We go to other cons in Tennessee now, which is nice.
Yeah, like the cons that I go to are usually held at a convention center that has its own like concessions that they have going on, which are always expensive as shit. But if I'm paying $9 for some tendies and fries, I'm getting some passable tendies and fries.
Yeah, I had a really good all beef hot dog at the Comic Expo here. It was really good, actually.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Man, I want to go to a con now. We got one coming up in May, I think.
Yeah, Techo's coming up. I don't know. I might go. We'll see.
You should.
I usually go at least for a day. Nowadays, I just don't spend like a full con time anymore unless I'm going to MagFest because, I traveled.
When is MagFest?
It's January usually.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
Like, fresh off the new year. I wasn't planning on going this year, so.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the money for that right now. And also, it's the last couple of years have been just like a time where it's like, oh man, fucking everybody's rolling back on like mask stuff at cons. The one time whenever we definitely need those, still being, with still an ongoing pandemic, no matter how much people want to fucking ignore it.
Oh, yeah, no, you're not going to see those anymore at cons. That's just not a thing.
I know. Well, it's fucked. They held on for a while, though. It was nice.
Yep. I think 2023 is when I stopped seeing them at cons, like, more commonly. Would you like for your video pleasure to look at this cat face down in my arm?
Oh, I'm looking. Is that our boy Ace?
That's Apollo. Apollo is like 5 times the size of Ace.
He is a bigger dude. Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure. Also, he's a little bit of a deeper color.
Mm-hmm. He is... they have different fur patterns, 7 I noticed. But he's face down in the crook of my arm, just like how he sleeps, face down.
In the dirt.
Yep.
But it doesn't hurt.
However, no, he's fine. Would you like to start our presentation? Also, question before we begin.
We've already begun.
Did you do a lore reading of the album?
No.
Do we discuss that? Okay, we're not going to.
I talk. Well, no. Okay, if you mean like prior to, no. But I mean, like I talk about what's in the album. It is
like the storyline.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
So this is 2006 My Chemical Romance album, The Black Parade. Assuming that my populated year is correct.
That's correct. I was there. Yeah.
Okay. it is a concept album about a motherfucker dying, you know, and kind of dealing with the various aspects of death, you know, the relations that you have, the fear of whatever happens, and, you know, coming to terms with a lot of shit that you may have done in life, you know, kind of reliving life in some ways, and what you do with the knowledge that doom is impending. You can't stop it. What's your history with this album?
I mean, I'm of the mall emo era. I'm old enough to have been there for, you know, 3 Cheers and everything coming out. So this was an anticipated record for me, actually. For the lead up and everything of Black Parade, I was, you know, very excited and hyped for it as a pre-teenager. So I have, you know, since it came out, I have not stopped listening to this album. So there's a lot of history there. My dad bought me a copy on release day.
Nice.
Yeah. Right from the local Hottie Toppy.
Oh boy.
You know, I'm pretty sure where all the CDs were located.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think many people got one from a Walmart or anything. I'm pretty sure you had to get this at Hot Topic. Please don't fact check me. I know it's not true.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was hanging out at Best Buys, FYEs, and such. But if you're going to get it somewhere, it's probably going to be a Hot Topic.
Yeah. What is
Topic
your
8.
history with this? I'm very interested.
So, in 2006, I would have been in my junior year of high school. No, sophomore?
What year did you graduate?
Something like that. It was 08, but, you know, years.
Sophomore.
Because the thing goes through the years. It's weird. Like 2017 or 2007 to 2008 was my senior, so 06 to 07 was my junior year. Yeah, so sophomore and junior year. Depends on what time of the year it came out. But anyway, at the time, I was a piece of shit. That was just a lot of the time back then.
I can't imagine that being true.
I was friends with a lot of like the emo crowd kids and all that stuff here and there. But at the same time, like the whole scene was very gay, and that was just not good. You know what I mean?
Like, I still don't think it's good, you know? Like, I still agree that it's gay, derogatory. You were on to something. That was kind of
like the thing. And also just like that general scene just wasn't my thing. I was like hardcore on my classic rock, and I think just about getting into like metal, you know, the metal of that time, because I was always into, you know, your classic metal stuff. But, you know, at that point, I think that would have been around the time that I was getting into like Bullet for My Valentine and stuff, which are closer to My Chemical Romance than the metal of that era. But
yeah.
But, you know, it was a whole like different thing. My Chemical Romance was in a slightly different category for whatever reason. And it was one of those things where it's just like, again, I was a piece of shit. And it was like just too cool to listen to this thing that I would definitely fucking like. But I wasn't cool at all. I was dumb as shit. I sucked.
There's an article I want you to read called Bands You Weren't Supposed to Like, and one of them's about My Chemical Romance. And it deals with the shame of like this whole thing you're talking about, like the stuff you didn't like but you knew you would have.
It was fucky,
it deals with that a lot.
It sucked. It was like generate. I mean, it's ruinous throughout all generations that comes up. I feel like every generation has a music movement that they should have been into earlier than they got into them for similar reasons.
Correct.
But actually, I'm gonna talk about the thing that really, because there is a song on here, and everybody knows which one it is.
It could be two.
That got me into this album.
Could be two.
No, it's the one.
Okay.
I mean, I know which other one you're talking about, but no, it's not that one. I had Guitar Hero 2 on PS2, so I didn't get that.
Oh, no, there's 3 then, if you're counting that one.
Well, okay. Then I don't know what the other one... Well,
there's 2 major singles. We'll get to it.
Yeah, well, there's a major single. Let's be
fucking
real. There's a major single, and you know which one it is.
Okay, yeah.
And because of its inclusion in a specific piece of media, which I will talk about when we get to that,
same.
That was a thing that got me into it, and I don't think you have any idea what I'm talking about.
You have none for mine. I'm gonna surprise the hell out of you with mine about that song too.
Maybe we'll have the exact same thing. Who knows?
Probably not.
And after I got older and less shitty, I think in my 20s, I finally got around to actually picking this up and listening to it, and yeah, it's a fucking excellent album. Spoilers. I mean, we already said that we love this album, but it's fucking baller, and it's one of the things that helped kind of break down the stupid divide in the brain of a younger me that's this is somehow different, whenever actually, no, this is a fucking rock concept album. This shares so many similarities with the music that I grew up enjoying. It belongs in that, in that same canon of music. And the idea that it is in some way different because, I don't know, stupid social perception of things is garbage. And yeah, it fucking rules. That's all.
I'm really glad to hear and know that, and I held off purposely asking you that because I wanted to know it in real time.
Well, there you go. But yeah, that's... I mean, do you have any general background stuff on this album that you want to get into beyond the year it came out and the title of it and the band that did it?
There's nothing super duper interesting that I can recall from the actual era. I can tell you when they were touring Project Revolution, Revolution, whatever one the old Linkin Park tour was. I remember of the era so vividly. The thing I remember the most is the paparazzi photo of Gerard Way kissing his now wife Lindsay Way.
Aww. That's adorable.
Backstage at the tour. That was a paparazzi photo scoop that hit the internet, and people were very confused. And now they're married and have been for a very long time, so it's no longer confusing.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah.
Shout
she
out.
sucks. On record, she sucks.
Okay, I wouldn't know.
MSI's bass player.
Oh.
They met on that tour. Yeah.
Well.
That's why I wanted to go to that tour, was MSI and MCR playing together. After MSI had called them My Chemical Blowjob for years prior to this. And they finally got on tour, and guess what? There was love in the air.
Welp.
Yeah.
There you have it.
There you do have it.
But yeah, that's I think that's more or less the preamble that we need, unless we want to get into just talking about here's the personnel on this album. Gerard Way. Mikey Way, was he did he
Mikey
break
has been in the band since the start.
Frankie Arrow, Ray Toro. Is there anybody else?
Bob Breyer plays on this record for drums.
Okay. And a special guest, we'll talk about them whenever they come up. Don't say it.
Rest in kind of hell, Bob Breyer.
Oh, that guy. That guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Weird thing to have happened, huh?
What can you say?
Well,
with all that, I think it's about time we get into this album. Except It's not time to get into this album yet.
It's not. What are we doing?
Because we're out here on the beach, and it's time for us to crack open a motherfucking beach beverage. What do you have over there?
I have a luxurious Memphis City tap water.
Hell yeah. Filtered?
No, Memphis has the cleanest water in the U.S. You do not have to filter it. Yes.
Nice. Good job, Memphis.
When you come down, you'll be drinking it straight from the teat.
I mean, that's what I do here also. I mean, I just don't have... I actually don't know how we would hook up a filter because we have one of those like spray nozzle things. Like it has like a little clicky to go like normal flow or spray flow. Wouldn't. Yeah. I'd have to get like a
pitcher filter.
Yeah, that.
We
words,
have
they're not here.
we have a pitcher filter, but there's no filter in it. We just use it to hold water and make it colder in the fridge.
Yeah. That works. Well, as for me, you know what we all need to do a little of? Get off our asses. And the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew will get you off your ass and make you feel like you're on a mountain. A mountain where the weather is always perfect, your friends are ready to hang, and there's a Catboy Twink waiting for you at home. The mountain is calling, and you should answer. Mountain Dew. Let me crack this motherfucker open. Delicious.
That legitimately caught me so off guard because I saw your other beverage and I was like, what is he fucking talking about? And then you pulled a secondary beverage out of the void.
Never let him know your next move.
Yeah. Oh my god, that caught me so off guard.
And with that, let's get into this album with track number 1, The End.
Now come on, come all to this tragic affair. Wipe off that makeup, what's in is despair. So throw on the black dress, mix in with the lot. You might wake up and notice you're someone you're not. If you look in the mirror and don't like what you see, you can find out firsthand what it's like to be me. So gather round, piggies, and kiss this goodbye. I'd encourage your smiles, I'd expect you won't cry. Another contusion, my funeral jag is my resignation.
I have to fix my track title here. There we go. I like punctuation in a song whenever it's like used well.
Mm-hmm.
Well placed piece of punctuation. I think the end with a period specifically for this song, as it is on the album, is really, really good. It's like a little touch on top of the song itself.
I'm pretty sure I put it in my notes with the period. No.
I did as well.
But I thought I did.
What do you got?
So a lot of this notes I took will be like how it's gone through in my life. And like this one has always been like, a classic track for me. I used to sing this to myself in the bathroom mirror getting ready for middle school, listening to this on my Walkman disc player, if you remember those.
Did it have anti-skip?
It did.
How many
I could
seconds?
wave it around. I do not know the second count. I had a couple growing up, but I could wave it in circles like this and it would not skip.
Hell yeah.
So I would sing this to myself getting ready in the bathroom mirror, and a lot of things on this record didn't really touch for me until I got older, and they started to click more and make a lot more sense. Because, I was 12 when this fucking came out. So, like, there's not a lot of higher level comprehending for this record, at 12 years old. But, like,
right.
This one, there's a line in it. Here's my resignation, I'll serve it in drag. Really always, like, caught me off guard, not as a like that's gay kind of thing, but like a there's something going on here, and I should really think about it, and like how that's like that planted one of the seeds for me growing up. And we'll get to another song on the record that really planted the seeds, but that line kind of really like kept me like a question mark in my head, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you hear something and you think about it and you just put it like file under the question mark file in your head and you go away for a while.
Yeah.
That's the line in this song that really like I put it away for many years and
tuck that away.
it.
I'll open that drawer up sometime and see it there and do something with it, but for the moment, just file it.
Yeah, this I think about this song quite often, and if I hear this song, I have to follow it up with the next track. There is no separation of the two in my mind. They are very linked in there.
I mean, yeah.
Also, just gonna say for the whole thing, the entire album, if I hear one of these songs, I have the definite urge to listen to the full record.
That's fair. So yeah, great song. Just it's fucking. You get like a little folksy, a little bluesy on that interstitial thing, back to folksy, then just theatrical all the way out. And apparently, I saw that this was this track in particular was inspired by "In the Flesh" by Pink Floyd, the first and middle song of The Wall. It definitely has, you know, similar vibes to it in that way, though less of a neo-Nazi calling out people in the audience for being minorities. The Wall is a strange thing.
Listeners, if you've never heard The Wall, we'll get there next Schmeeburger. Also, you should just listen to it. It's an incredible record front to back.
I wouldn't say front to back, but it does have a lot of good stuff on it.
I would. I'd say it's a cohesive piece of art and it can't be separated. You got to go front to back with it.
Okay. There's a couple middle parts where I'm just like, I can drop this.
Okay. One question about The Wall. Do you skip Young Lust, yes or no?
No.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Why?
Like, that's one of the tracks for me. And it's usually a skip for everybody else.
Weird. No,
Yeah.
I usually skip just like the short ones. Like, I don't need to hear "Bring the Boys Back Home," frankly.
They're so
Vera
quick.
Lynn, I think. I don't care about that one.
They're so quick, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just don't care.
Cohesive pacing. Structure of the record matters for me.
But yeah, it's a clever way to start the album, as being about a person who is dying. Starting off with the end. You know, this is it for them. Either, you know, you could look at it as the time when they die, or you could look at it as the sentence has been laid down and there's nothing they can do about it at this point. And either way, it works. It's very coherent in that way. And yeah, there's a lot of just good shit that's going to go on throughout this whole thing that I'll be talking about, as far as, you know, both the sound of this album being just fucking huge.
Hey, brother.
And
glass just broke in my background. I'll be back. Give me 30 seconds. 40 seconds.
I'll be here.
The Hello Kitty fruit brute drawing Rebecca did for my birthday one year. Alright, so track 2, right?
Yeah. That.
And if your heart stops beating, I'll be here wondering, did you get what you deserve? The ending of your life, and if you get to heaven, I'll be here waiting, baby, to get it right. tongue-tied and oh so squeamish. You never
What a jaunty song. I feel like
what does jaunty mean?
like upbeat.
Oh, okay.
You know, it kind of happy. In tone at least.
Well, it's a positive sounding song.
this falls into that category of songs that Mike always says that he likes, where it sounds very happy, but lyrically it is absolutely not. And yeah, it's still, even like in the way that he's singing, like it's a very cheerful, mocking song in a way, like very much like poking at the situation that somebody has found themselves in of dying and apparently not having much of a life to look back on at all to begin with. It's rough. And especially at the very end of it with the iconic line, "If life ain't just a joke, then why are we laughing?" You know, like, if life really means something, how are we able to, like, carry on and not be kind of, like, paralyzed by the horrors that we face? And, you know, conversely, it's like, well, we laugh to stop from crying sometimes.
To face those exact horrors is why we're laughing.
Yeah, and we laugh in the face of it all because the fuck else are we gonna do?
There's something I was really hoping you were going to bring up, and I didn't want to be the one to bring it up.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm very proud of feeling like I discovered this myself. Although I noticed on Genius that somebody did in fact annotate it. And I was like, oh, wow, somebody else caught this. Or
Okay.
I told it to somebody and they went and annotated it and stole the credit, but I don't care
Check
because
and
I don't
see
annotate
who the
Genius.
transcriber was. It might be Mustard.
It was not Mustard. I checked. I checked to see if it
Okay.
was somebody that I would know by the thing, and I didn't. I have no idea.
Okay. All the people you know in this Discord, all of our account names on Genius are the same, so you would know.
There we go.
Bring up the iconic sample.
I don't have it.
Well, there is in the guitar solo a Woody Woodpecker laugh.
Yep. Ray
multiple
Toro
times.
quotes the Woody Woodpecker laugh 2 times in a row.
And you have ruined my enjoyment of that solo because every time I'm getting into it,
Why?
I
It's
fucking hear
awesome.
it, and it takes me out of it so fast. Every time I hear it, I'm like, God damn it.
How does that take you out of it? It's
I
just
curse your
good.
name every time I hear it. Just know that if I'm listening to this song, I'm shaking my fist at you from somewhere in the distance. Yeah. It's uncanny because I never noticed until you said something about it. So yes.
Every time I listen to it, like, it took me a while to really place it in my mind. Because, I mean, that general tone shares a lot of similarities with stuff. It's a very, like, it could be a one-up sound in a video game. It could be a lot of things, but then I finally nailed it down in my head. Ray Toro never responded to my tweet about it. I'll have to see if he's on Blueski instead, and I'll send a skeet about it.
That's so fucking funny. All right, so I'm also going to bring up the iconic connection that most people know for this song, at least. In the Guitar Hero 2 Xbox 360 version, this song is featured as an exclusive for the Xbox 360.
Yep.
And when you go to play it as a pre-teenager, you don't have respect for the guitar in this song until it absolutely hits you in the mouth like a brick, and you realize how goddamn hard this song is to play. This was like the first indication I had of how hard MCR shred as a band musician-wise, because I was like 12, I didn't really know, you know?
Yeah.
And now it's all over, and all of their work, but like, holy shit. This song has a lot of really crazy iconic work for them as a band. It's a huge song. specifically for the losers who had Guitar Hero 2 for Xbox 360. I played it at a friend's house. I did not own it. Now I have the guitar for it. I have the Explorer for the 360 Guitar Hero 2, but when I bought it, the guy didn't include the fucking game. So,
well,
yeah,
sorry,
it's
you
like
got Clone
$10.
Hero. It's fine. You can fucking
I play the Guitar Hero 2 chart on Clone Hero. I don't use the custom chart.
I mean, like, what does it matter?
Honestly, I want to go back and I want to play those 360 Guitar Heroes with my Explorer because I can.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you get Dead, you get the Trooper. That was another exclusive. There was also a Pearl Jam song that was not one of the ones that I knew that was an exclusive on there.
Wasn't even Flow. I don't think
that was that came out on 3. Guitar Hero 2 had a completely different Pearl Jam song that was not from the album 10, so I have no idea what the fuck it is.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's everybody's point of reference.
But yeah, that's Dead.
That was Dead.
I mean, like, the end is the first track, but it's a pretty short one, and leads right into Dead. They're kind of mashed together into one. And
like I said with the end, they're inseparable for me.
Yeah, and it's just a banger of an opener. So I think we can shuffle on to track number 3. This Is How I Disappear.
So This Is How I Disappear. This song, again, as you're growing up listening to this as like a preteen, it doesn't really like resonate or hit that much for you. I mean, I don't know. It might you didn't have experience until your 20s, so you can probably relate to it more. I mean, then, but when you're like younger, this song doesn't really do much for you. I didn't really pay any mind to it. I just saw it as like I don't even want to say like a filler track, but it was just like a track that existed on the record that I listened to when I listened to it. But like it didn't connect with me. And getting older, this is like something that like really starts to weigh on me, and I think about the things I can't afford to lose now when I'm listening to it, and like you know, that track Without You Is How I Disappear, and like things that I'd lose that would really like make parts of me go away with it would really devastate me. And just like it's a phenomenal fucking track, and like I just it's one of the ones that grew and grew as I got older to be one of the best on the record for me.
Yeah, this one, because I spent a lot of time with this album, and I do this with a lot of albums that I get, where it's like there's the songs that I bought the album for, and I just kind of listen to those a whole bunch. But whenever I finally got around to listening to this, you know, the whole way through, it's like, yeah, I was definitely skipping a really, really fucking good track here. It is just, it's like basically all of the songs on this. I'll probably be saying this about 90% of them. It's fucking huge. The like it's in your fucking face. The chorus just fucking explodes, big sound, everything. And like, goddamn, it's really good. Like, and you have like this kind of, I kind of read it two different ways, because you have the idea of like the second death when nobody remembers who you were anymore.
Right, like when your name's not said again anymore.
Yeah. Like that's like one reading of what it's talking about, and then there's also the one of like I actually talked about this a long time ago on an OG Schmeefburger with Mike. The song Spanish Doll by Poe, and how it talks about the idea of like places that you go with somebody a lot, and you kind of know these places and people through that person. And if that person is taken away, then you feel like you're lost with in all of that stuff. It's like you're no longer familiar with it because the filter of that person is gone, and you just, you feel like you don't truly belong there anymore. And it has that kind of an angle to it in this track as well. Like, losing somebody and then consequently losing the connections through that person, because you just you don't feel like you made a connection through that. You don't feel like you made the connection yourself. You feel like you still rely on them for that avenue.
And they were the avenue for you. So by losing them, you start to lose all these pieces of you didn't know were connected.
Yeah. And then you also just have like the conflict, because he's also speaking in terms of like him going and not being able to like hurt. Like he says, I can't hurt you anymore. I'm a ghost, etc., etc. And it feels like kind of dealing with like the complex feelings of dealing with the loss of somebody who was, nobody's a perfect person. No. And sometimes a person doesn't necessarily have to be, the worst villain imaginable, to have been, kind of bad sometimes. Even good people do bad shit. And that causes like strong conflicts for whenever, people like that pass unexpectedly. Sometimes you feel like you lack closure with all of that stuff. And, even if you feel like you caused a lot of damage to somebody, it doesn't mean that they're going to feel better when you're dead. Right. Like, it could just mean that now, like, they're left feeling like that they didn't fully close the book on a complex relationship. There's a lot to this song. That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot to this record. I think this might be a long burger in paradise.
That would not, I don't think it's going to beat one of them.
That's fair.
Anything else on this?
No. There's things like I will pause purposefully and not go on about songs to save my own emotional investment.
That's fair. I'll just whenever you stop, I will continue.
Yeah, thank you. You are picking up a speed here because there's some songs that are like hard for me to discuss.
Sure.
I think this next one and then a couple more later are going to be the hardest, but as it is.
Okay. Well, that brings us to track number 4, which I frequently, in my head, mash together with the one we just listened to, The Sharpest Lies.
Well, it rains and it pours when you're out on your own. If I crash on the couch, can I sleep in my clothes? 'Cause I spent the night dancing, I'm drunk, I suppose. If it looks like I'm laughing, I'm really just asking to leave. This alone, you're in time for the show. You're the one that I need, I'm the one that you loathe. You can watch me corrode like a beast in repose. 'Cause I love all the poison away with the boys in the band. Who have been on a band that shows. So why don't you blow me? What gives me the street? Give me a shot to remember.
Yeah, I said I frequently mash this up with This Is How I Disappear, and I think it's literally just because they're about the same speed and everything like that, and just, I don't know, sometimes whenever I try to remember which one a line comes from, I just get them mixed up for some reason.
Oh, I don't. There's a very sharp, distinct difference of these songs for me, and this one was just like, it sounds really stupid. This is probably like the darkest the record goes, in my opinion, and it had like this song reminds me about like the worst parts of my life. You know, as it stands. It's really like a song that like puts me in the mood, like the headspace of like a dark night on the street with nowhere to go and it's pouring rain outside. Like it's bad. This song is dark and it's really, the riff really sets the mood for it. I think like the dun 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 dun, like you feel like there's something coming and it's coming for you. It's a brooding and foreboding track all the way through with like, it sounds like the riff in my mind, like the dun like that part sounds like electric to me. Like I can describe it as electricity. I think this song is just probably a standout musically, like music wise. This is a standout for me, and I don't know, it's just so fucking good. I love playing the song on Clone here. I love listening to it, but it reminds me of the absolute worst times in my life every time I hear it.
Damn.
Do you have a completely different takeaway?
No. I mean, like, I don't have a whole lot of past experience to connect this to. But like, no, it's got a whole lot of good shit in it musically, obviously. Like, I especially love, I never really noticed it before, like seriously listening to it for this, but like that pre-chorus section, there's so much cool shit going on musically. They got like the slight detune on the guitar playing little slow chords and stuff, which is just fucking sick. It gives it that kind of trippy vibe, which is very appropriate for a song that's just about living fast, just destroying your fucking body, but also clearly the relationships around you, making friends watch you like plummeting to an early grave, which comes out kind of fucking ironic in the context of this album being about somebody on their deathbed. It's like, what the fuck is living fast to somebody who has 2 weeks? Like,
yeah,
it's like, oh no, not my health. I had such a future to look forward to. It's one of those things, like, I've thought about it before, honestly, where it's like, man, what if I went through life avoiding unhealthy choices and then just died of some just fucking random bullshit?
That is,
and I never got to do heroin. Fucked up.
I did. I can tell you, not fun. Don't really do it.
Yeah, I never
I'll
really.
tell the story
really
outside of this recording. Don't do it.
But it's one of those things.
Yeah, I mean, the philosophy you're speaking of is one I can deeply agree with, and it's one that I still, unfortunately, kind of live by, which sucks. But like, also, like, it's fine.
I think it's worth it to, take care of yourself, because ultimately it improves not just the length of your life, but the quality of that life. But also, you gotta enjoy it, or else what the fuck were you doing? you know?
That vampire guy, you know of him? The guy who's infusing his own kid's blood?
Oh, God. Well, yeah, fuck that guy. God damn.
Oh, well, no, listen. If you think your opinion on him is fuck that guy, you should watch a documentary about him. I'll send it to you. It's really good. He's not like a fuck that guy. He's just really weird. And like the regimen he has set up for himself in his life, he's going to live for a very long time. But for what? like is the thing. Like what is, because he takes it, his entire day is usually mapped out down to the minute. So like how could you possibly enjoy such a longevity of doing nothing but keeping your regimen together?
Right.
He's not a, like, there's no reason to say fuck that guy. He's just really weird. Like that's all.
He is infusing his kid's blood.
No longer. It's over. That saga's over with. But I think he's a really interesting guy. I mean, he's really funny too. I follow him online. He's funny online. But yeah, he's just a strange man who I think is actually going to outlive both of us. I think he's actually working. I think it's working, but like at a no enjoyment cost.
Right. Well, we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see if he gets to live forever or if he gets welcomed to the Black Parade.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? He said, will you defeat them, your demons, and all the non-believers, the plans that they have made? Because one day I'll leave you a phantom to lead you in the summer to join the Black Parade.
So this is that song that I talked about being the one that was the reason that I got into this album and stuff, because I heard this, first off, undisputed classic.
Yeah, nobody would dispute that. Why would they?
So this was the ending song of AMV Hell 4.
Oh,
and it's
man,
not that I hadn't heard an MCR song prior to that, but, you know, hearing this in full at the end of AMV Hell 4, I mean, it just hits, man.
I can't. It's jarring to hear the words AMV Hell said by another person in real life. It is such a stun lock on my personality and who I am to hear those words spoken out loud. And I know you and I have talked about it before. We've discussed AMV Hell as friends and homies, but like, just to hear it out loud is another thing, you know?
It was a big thing, you know? In the time that I was on the getting into the anime con scene, AMV Hell was a big deal.
And it's dying. People have not heard of it anymore. People don't know what that is.
It's been pretty dead for a while.
Yeah. But, however, AMV Hell aside, that is an insane pull. To be how you heard this and got into it fully is just... That's, like, top tier ways to get into this album and band.
I don't think it was, like, literally the first time that I ever heard it. Maybe. But it was definitely, like, the first time that I,
paid attention.
Really gave it, like, a good listen and was like, God damn, this fucking rips, actually.
Yeah, it just... Oh, man. This song is, again, undisputable classic. There's nobody who can dispute it. However, this song reminds me of Kevin Smith. More so than anything. Because he heard this song and went so ballistic over it, he got the Way brothers on his podcast, Smodcast, to do not only one episode, but two. Where one episode is where they talk about their life and like the like MCR and like how they got there and everything, who they are, etc., and some fun stories. But two, the second episode they recorded, and the one that is more so like known, is he had the Way brothers go line by line over this song on what each single line of lyrics means to them and what it means in context of the record. And it is a very long, definitive statement on the album as a whole and this song. And Kevin wanted to use this song in one of his movies forever. And I will say that he got to, but I will not spoil where in his entire catalog what the needle drop is. But when you hear it and you know the backstory of him being so infatuated with this song that he went ballistic for it, when you get that needle drop and it hits, it is so satisfying to hear him finally get to use it in something. And it hasn't stopped my enjoyment of this song. It has changed my enjoyment of this song. Because I enjoy it for different reasons now, because it makes me really think about him and everything, and it's just a nice thing for me, because I love Kevin Smith. However, I will say I am so motherfucking tired of hearing the opening piano notes to this song. It no longer like gets me to look up in like excitement and question. It gets me to look up in anger and resentment at whoever's playing it on a piano near me. I fucking hate the start of this song. Gets my nerves up. I get irritated hearing the fucking opening piano notes of this song.
I don't mind it because I usually don't hear it except for whenever I'm listening to the song. So I'm like, yeah, I'm doing that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I've heard it so many places that are not the song playing.
Did you get really mad when you watched House?
I have not finished it.
Oh, okay.
I need to.
There might be a specific high G played on a piano in that movie, followed by some notes that are shockingly similar.
Are you telling me they ripped off Hausu?
Not exactly, but it's uncanny.
Eerily similar.
Yeah, it's definitely something in there. There will be another moment coming up shortly where I will wonder if perhaps these boys were inspired by a movie of some sort. But yeah, apparently, a couple things that I learned about this song while doing notes and some research. This was a early MCR song that they were just working on for fucking ever and just did not quite have it where they wanted it for prior stuff. And they were finally like, okay, let's rewrite this a little bit. Let's do this with it. And I think like Ray Toro was like literally changed one chord. Or like
have
one note.
Have you heard the original versions of this?
No.
Oh, you should. There's a whole collection of demos from this album that are out there. You should listen to them.
I have to get around to that.
There's a lot of really good early versions of stuff floating around.
Nice.
They're more so good for historical reference rather than like I wish this would have replaced what we got. But they're in their own right. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think that there is like anything that I would change about the album.
I would
but
change one thing, and we'll talk about it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that was a very interesting thing to learn. Also learning that it like kind of stems, like the idea of it, and especially like the intro stems from like Gerard thinking about like the idea of like when death comes for you, it's in the form of like your like most impactful or cherished memory, and just sort of like that's like the way that you pass on, which is it's a very sweet idea. And then of course there's the fact that this song in and of itself is just like a complete work of its own, and just an excellent blend of, you know, theater and rock, and it's very, very Queen, especially when you get to the solo in it, which is just fucking bitchin'. It's so good.
I wanted really to, good. If you weren't going to, I was going to make the Bohemian Rhapsody comparison of a operatic rock song that starts as this like slow ballad opener and just transforms into a monster of a rock song at the end.
Yeah, it's just so much in a. When you consider how much is in this song, 5:10 is short.
Yes, it's a song that feels like several, and through its runtime, and you do not get a break.
It is a very short odyssey.
Yeah, this song is like, if you had to, again, very rightfully so, being the lead single, if you had to select a song to demonstrate this record, this would be it.
Mm-hmm. It is fully representative. It is just amazing, beginning to end, and yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
I also quite enjoy this song. However, I Don't Love You.
Got a ballad, dog.
Dog, we got a painful ass ballad. We got a song that just, it is a continuous and repeated punch to your throat the entire time.
Yeah.
It's a song
so
that
beautiful too.
Yeah, but it embodies discomfort for me. Like it is a horrifyingly honest and painful song for me.
That's fair.
I guess I will actually, for the sake of transparency, tell this super embarrassing preteen Blade story to do with this song. I had it wrote down as my only note. I didn't know if I was going to tell it or not, but again, here we are. I will tell this story. And here is another example of preteens not being able to read the media in front of them correctly.
Classic.
So there needs to be a little bit of like a Blade lore check, because people, like, I'm sure some people listening know who I am and know like things about me. However, for the unchained listener who's never heard of me, and this is your first episode listening to this, welcome. Hello, welcome. And the second one is I'm Blade. A defining feature that people usually knew me for in my younger years is I'm an orphan. My parents are dead. And when Black Parade had come out, my dad was still alive. He passed in 2018. Doesn't really matter. What I'm getting at here is my mom passed away in 2004. And so she'd passed away 04, and this record comes out 06. And 06 is right around the time that my dad stopped living in his ever growing and ever prolonged torment of losing my mother and the person he was meant to be with. So right around this time this album came out, he came to me and he said, hey, like, I'm going to start looking to date again, and I'd like to date this new person that you know as your friend's mother. So I knew the person he wanted to date already. It was my friend's mom. And I completely overreacted, was insanely melodramatic. It was like a catastrophe in my preteen life. And I locked myself in the computer room, which, for the younger listeners, computers used to be in a room in your house. You did not have a phone in your pocket that could go on the internet. The internet was contained to a machine that lived in a different room.
Yep.
I locked myself in the computer room and I listened to this song on repeat for like 6 hours. Specifically this song, and just had a good multi-hour long cry, because it felt like my father was betraying me and did not love me or care about my mother at all. And now when I hear this song, that cringe is forever etched into the back of my brain, on top of the actual painful material in the song, which the song is actually about, and not what I thought it was about as a preteen.
Yeah.
There is that story about this song, and I'd like for you to take over until we get to the next track. Here you go.
So yeah, I mean, like, that kind of stuff is hard, you know? You were what, like 5, 6?
I was fucking 12, I'll kill you.
But no, it's a young age to be dealing with that kind of shit. It's difficult for, like, literally everybody involved. Like, you know, on one hand, you can look back on it as yourself and be like, man, I was a dumb motherfucker.
No, hold on. For the record, I was right, and she was the worst thing that ever happened to him. And me.
Oh.
That was my stepmom, who is evil and I hate. So
okay.
I was right. However, I was wrong to react in the situation that I did. Him
Right.
wanting to start dating was not a bad thing. The person I was spot on about. So, for that record, I was spot on about her.
You were right for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
But, you know, I mean, like, I don't think it's like an unreasonable reaction for a kid to have. It's difficult all around because, you know, on the kid's side, it's like, how the fuck could you do that? Because what the hell does a kid know about, you know, an adult who is trying
Literally
to move on from stuff or anything? And then, like, from the adult side of it, it's like also dealing with this very same feelings of like, am I betraying the person that I loved by doing this? Or, you know, all of that kind of shit, because nobody's prepared for that kind of eventuality. It's just not a thing that we think about, even though maybe it's something that we should do whenever we get into relationships, and be like, look, if I die out of nowhere, it is okay.
After this, I'm going to go tell Sav it's not okay.
You promise? Got him. Anyway. No, I really love this song. It is like you said, its own punch in the face in a lot of ways. And it's just a really fucking real thing, real, like, tough concept to face down, regardless of which person you are taking the place of in the narrative of this song. any kind of ending of a relationship. Like, we should, as people, be able to end relationships in a normal, amicable fashion. But goddamn, it's a fucking bitch. It's just not. It just ain't like that, Sometimes things really do end because you feel differently than you did before. And as much as we would like for that to be a very simple thing of like, it's just not, I don't know. It's not you, it's me, etc. There's no way to do that without hurting somebody who you probably still care about to some degree. And which part hurts worse? The just walking away and letting them be like, what a bitch, did not have the guts to say it to my face, or, having to actually go through all of that and, put somebody down right in front of you. Like, that sucks. It all sucks. And this song really captures it, in a really beautiful and just heartbreaking way, with another great solo in the middle of it.
If there's one thing, they're gonna break up the gravity of the situation with a bitchin' guitar solo.
So is that all you have for this one?
Yes it is.
Okay. Moving on. Have you ever considered if you were to replace all of your cats with dogs and had a house of wolves?
Because I got enough to spare, and I'll be granting your permission, cause you haven't got a prayer. And I said, hey, hallelujah, I wanna come on, sing the praise, and let the spirit come on through ya. We got innocence for days. Well, I think I'm gonna burn in hell. Everybody burn a house right down and say what I wanna say. Tell me I'm an angel, take this to my grave. Tell me I'm a bad man, kick me like a stray. Tell me I'm an angel, take this to my grave.
I have to wonder, and I mentioned this a little bit a couple songs ago. I have to wonder if the boys were perhaps into 1986's Crossroads, starring Ralph Macchio, not to be confused with 2002's Crossroads, starring Britney Spears.
I was, that was the reference point I was trying to contend in my head, is the Britney Spears one.
No.
Can you elaborate on why you think that might be the case?
1986's Crossroads, starring Ralph Macchio, has Ralph Macchio as a guitar student, learning like classical guitar and all that stuff, but he keeps like breaking out into doing blues stuff, and his teacher gets mad at him because he's learning classical stuff. But he wants to be a real blues man, and he talks to an old guy who lives across the street at an old folks home, and that guy is an old blues man, and I believe he's just meant to be, is it Robert Johnson? Who's the guy who sold his soul to the devil? I think it's Robert Johnson.
I don't know.
He's a noted blues player who, like, it was like a thing that he sold his soul to the devil for his skills because he's so fucking good at the blues. And so they go on, this journey across the country of, doing blues stuff. And at the very end of it, they come to a crossroads where they meet the devil. And Ralph Macchio challenges the devil to a guitar duel, and the devil has his associate, played by Steve Vai, step up to play the other side of this guitar battle.
That's
so you have
unfair.
a guitar duel between Ralph Macchio and Steve Vai, and ultimately, Ralph Macchio wins by going from the blues stuff that he's playing to busting out his, classical roots and playing some cool shit.
I can suspend my disbelief enough to believe the devil would accept the offer for a guitar battle. However, I cannot suspend that disbelief that Ralph Macchio would win against Steve Vai in a guitar duel. I need you to know that.
Well, it is hard to believe when Steve Vai effectively played most of both parts of the thing. So. Steve Vai and Ry Cooder were the two guitarists that mainly did stuff on there, and the whole scene is awesome. And this song has just a lot of vibes of that because it's played like in like this smoky blues club and all that stuff. And apparently this song was intended to kind of evoke the idea of like the hell jazz club thing. And it has that same vibe to it as Crossroads with like the jam that they do in it. It's very much this style of thing. But without all the Gene Krupa style drumming going on.
Okay, so you're thinking this is just directly inspired by. This is not even like two ideas can coexist. This is this is why we did it kind of deal.
I'm curious. I'm just curious. I mean, like the idea, like this kind of sound embodying like the image of like the devil's kind of thing has existed for forever because jazz was the devil's music because it was by black people. That was like the thing. So I'm pretty sure that's 90% of the reason why it's always been portrayed that way. Like you see that it comes up in like cartoons and stuff. That's just been a thing in old racist cartoons for forever. And I feel like that's also part of the reason why it appeared in Crossroads in 1986. Like that was already a trope by the time that came out. So I feel like it's very possible that this is either inspired by the movie Crossroads, which I think would be pretty cool, or inspired by the same line that led to Crossroads. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I can say it's pulling from either of them, but it's probably more than likely pulling from Crossroads.
Either way, it came from the same roots.
Yep. I just want to note that I didn't really click with this song until I was in my mid-20s. This was my skip for a long time. And I don't know why, because it's way better than a chunk of the record. It's an incredibly good song. But I do need to point out, unfairly, it was my skip for a long time.
How could you?
I know, but it's a phenomenal song. It feels big in all the right ways.
Oh yeah, and it's got that good shuffle going. Shuffle songs are on and off with me. Sometimes I don't care for them as much. But this one really works well, and having the classic thing of an outro where they're running the chorus a bunch of times, and Ray Toro's just I'm just gonna fucking rip for a while here. That's so good.
That's pretty typical of him, though. He will just do that.
A little bit. I mean, he generally has his sections that he's working with, but in this one, he's just outro chorus. Wow, hell yeah. Also, I forgot to mention it, but in Welcome to the Black Parade and also I Don't Love You, he's doing this a lot, and it's kind of a hallmark of his style in a lot of ways. Him doing his fucking octaves, playing a melody along, that sometimes follows the vocals and sometimes is adorning it along the way. It's insane. It's crazy. I've tried to learn Welcome to the Black Parade on guitar, and I still remember a decent amount of it. But as far as playing his lead parts and stuff in the chorus and all that stuff, it's beyond me because he plays in such just a wild fucking way.
I forgot all the way up until now to tell you or send them to you, but the studio reference masters of this album hit the internet a few years ago, and I have them, and I should send them to you because they sound so much better than anything else you can find anywhere else.
Well, what the fuck are you doing?
I forgot. I'm sorry. I also didn't listen to them on my listens. I really should have. I forgot. Because when you were talking about how the octave following, I was like, fuck, that's right. That's a detail I didn't notice until I listened to the reference masters. I'll dig them out. I'll send them to you.
Okay. Well, assuming that you're alive and don't die of cancer.
Turn away if you could get me a drink of water, 'cause my lips are chapped and faded. Call my Aunt Marie. Help her gather all my things and bury me in all my favorite colors. My sisters and my brothers still. I will not kiss you, 'cause the hardest part of this is leaving you. Now turn.
I know you want me to carry this, but I'm still going to throw to you first.
I was saying, can we just have a moment of silence for this track? Because, like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
The emotional weight this song carries in any context, it doesn't even have to be in the context of this record, is just enormous. It is one of the only songs that, like, out of anywhere I can hear, like, the chords or the note, you know, whatever you want to call the piano, the chords or whatever.
Mhm.
I can hear that and my brain elicits a "we're not doing good right now" response to it.
That's fair.
This song is very incredibly heavy, and I haven't lost a family member from a prolonged sickness like this and watched them wither, but like, I mean, sort of with my father, but like it wasn't like a progressive like terminal illness, but like the weight of this song is just bad. It feels bad. It feels bad all around.
Yeah.
And it's about, like, stepping out of the context of a concept album, it's about their grandmother, who is a very important part of their whole lore as a
Oh.
band.
Shit.
And it is, knowing stuff like that, it is just rough.
Yeah. It's actually, like, wild to have, like, songs like this, like, from the perspective of the person that's dying, as opposed to, like, you know, being in their perspective of, you know, speaking of
Watching.
a person that they care about,
Mhm.
you know, and kind of seeing it from this person who, like, doesn't want the people around them to see them, you know, fucking wasting away and all that stuff. But also it's like, you also don't want to be, like, left alone in your last moments or anything like that. You don't want to send people away. You don't want to go. And then also, you know, between, like, still being alive and wanting to live, but also not being able to live because you're just so debilitated, and it's just fucking devastating. And again, in the same way as, like, I Don't Love You was, beautiful fucking song that's just goddamn heartbreaking.
Incredibly beautiful, but incredibly painful in all the right ways to make it such a song that you can't skip it. You can't. But, like, oh my god.
Also,
You know?
very short track.
We played like half of it, didn't we?
Yeah, it's 2.5 minutes or so. This one has the feel of, like, a one of those shorter songs on the wall. It's got that wall kind of vibe to it of, here's a quick one, except this one has, I feel, a lot more packed into it than
I'll say,
a
can
lot
I be
of
real
those
with you?
shorter wall tracks.
I will be completely honest and upfront here. This song is better than anything on the wall. and I'll put that on. I'll put that on
probably.
anything.
I mean, comfortably numbs up there. It's hard to say.
I would have a very hard time arguing for like Dark Side of the Moon because that's my personal pick for Floyd. But like The Wall, I'd listen to this over that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Remember that radically honest thing we were talking about?
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to be for the next one. We can just play the track.
Okay. Mama. I should have replaced this with Metallica's One.
Oh my fucking god.
Because that's like the war sounds and stuff. I could have done it.
You really could have, but you shouldn't have.
Mama, we all go to hell.
While this is playing,
Mama,
I'm going to
we
race
all go to hell.
to send you my notes for this.
This letter
Okay.
and wishing you well.
I just want you to see it
Mama,
really
we
quick.
all go to hell.
I sent it to Han and they laughed about
Well,
it.
now, Mama, we're all gonna
These are not all my
die.
notes. This is the snippet I sent in.
Mama, we're all gonna die. Stop asking me questions. I hate to see you cry. Mama, we're all gonna die. When we go, don't blame us. Yeah, we let the fire just bathe us. Yeah, you made us so famous. We'll never let you know. When you go to return to me, my love.
Oh man, there are a lot of songs that do this, and every time that they do, I love them. Usually, where the
Are we
first
going to
time
get into
you
we don't love this?
no, I love this song.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I just I can't throw absolutes out. It just doesn't work for me. It might be a tick or something. I don't know. But when you have a chorus that is the first time you go to it, it's like a half chorus, and then the second time you really like get the full thing, and there's more to it.
Yeah, you get
especially this one, which just fucking hits so goddamn hard. I love that. Also, because I'm just going to be making these references, this might be the last reference that I make to it, but going back to The Wall for a second, this is the trial. This has that same vibe to it of just stepping out and in the middle of what was a pretty typical rock album, being like, here's something weird. And also, here's something weird and also very devastating in a way, because the trial has that very same thing of like, here's what a fuck up you are, you little bastard. And it's crazy. I love this. As I have grown older, I have only become more fond of songs that are taking on like sort of the horrors of war that are both endured and committed. And it just fucking goes hard, man. It fucking goes so hard.
This song is I think of it as like a sister song to Ghost of You from their second record, Three Cheers. Because that song has a lot of like war imagery, and if you've seen the music video, I mean, it's literally a war music video. So like, oh my god, you should. It's really cool. There's a lot of Saving Private Ryan stuff in it. It's cool. It's awesome. It's a really good music video. But Ghost of You and this
Rip
song
Vin Diesel.
Is this how I found out Vin Diesel died?
No, he was in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, was he? I'll believe you on that.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna
a
get
very young Vin Diesel was in Saving Private Ryan.
I'm willing to believe you for the sake of the bit, but I'm going to look it up later and be disappointed. These songs are like sister songs. They're very tied together in my head. And they deal with not only like the struggles of war and like the violence endured and committed during that, but there's a weird little bit in this song that has just I had to be the one to say it or talk about it. There's a very strange. Remember that file I was talking about where you put it in and you come back to it eventually? There's a line here in the song that is, "You should have raised a baby girl. I should have been a better son, or I could have been a better son." And I heard that and I went, we'll explore that one day. And I put it away. And now I'm 30 and I've had my lifelong, oh my god, that is Vin Diesel. I've had my lifelong struggles with gender identity and how I feel and present myself. And coming back to this song over the years has been a interesting thing. For the listeners, I'm non-binary. Hello. That's just been a thing I don't really talk about because, like, it doesn't affect my life or yours. It doesn't really matter. You can call me he, him in the comments or whatever. That's fine. I don't really care. It's something for me. It's something for me. And it's just a really rough thing that I dealt with and deal with sometimes. Now, way less common than it used to be. However, this song was one of those things that kind of put that seed in my brain and went, what the fuck did he mean by that? And you come back to it and you go, oh shit, I unfortunately know what he meant by that.
It's very much one that anybody who does not have that experience can look at that line in the way of, had you raised a girl instead, they wouldn't have been shipped off to war. That's the... Oh, that's the clueless cis person reading of it. But
I've never read it like that. Unfortunately, I wish I would have. I read it the part that affects you for the rest of your life way. Yeah, this song again. I haven't mentioned it, but I'm going to see this tour where they perform it in full in August, and
oh, nice.
It's gonna be a rough time. I'll be in Chicago if you want to come up and visit us.
Maybe.
Haley's going with us. Didn't want to say their alias on the show, but they're going with us, so it'll be a blast.
Nice. I'll have to see about that.
Yes.
I'd be down to see that.
You earlier pointed out there's a guest on the record, and I did,
and I forgot.
Before we get there, and you can give the reveal and everything. For about 15 years, I did not know who it was. I just knew that it was somebody, not Gerard, and I thought it was like a recording they had found or used somewhere, like a sample, and I did not know it was an actual direct guest on the record, and when I heard it, I went, oh my god, that's who it is. There's no mistaking it at all. Who's on the record, Shmeef?
So this track has... the guest vocals of Liza Minnelli, who is still alive and is not actually a fan of the social media accounts that track all of the things that she outlives.
Yeah, that was a weird thing for me to being like, I found that out and I was like, I'd be happy if somebody tracked that. But also it seems like they're preying on my downfall, which,
Yeah. It's like, no, that's not what it's about. It's actually just kind of like celebrating how long you've lived and all that stuff. But I guess you really don't need a reminder of how close you are.
She's not like Betty White's age or anything, but like Liza Minnelli.
How old is Liza Minnelli?
For a very long time. I want to say late 80s. Late 80s.
I don't know a lot about Liza Minnelli, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, she's 79.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay.
She's doing good.
Good for her.
I love the fact that on her Wikipedia page, you have to go to later career to see her Arrested Development career, which I know her from and for, and that's it.
Oh.
You're saying that like you've never watched Arrested Development.
I have not.
So Arrested Development is a show with 3 seasons. You should watch all 3 seasons, and if there's something else that says there's another one, don't.
You can't stop me.
you'd want me to stop you.
You can't stop me. I watched all the seasons of the fucking Boondocks. You can't stop me.
So did I, because I didn't know what happened with Aaron McGruder and everything. I was a kid, so I didn't know. But also, shout out to Jin Rummy and Ed Wensler III, two of the greatest characters of television of all time. I fucking love those guys. Anyways, yeah, Liza Minnelli's on this record, and I did not know for the longest time that it was her. And so I read it somewhere, and I went, bullshit. And I, listened to it back, and I went, oh my god, it's Liza Minnelli.
And I never quite realized that she isn't just on that very short section of the song. She's also just fucking wailing her goddamn lungs out afterwards at the very end of it. Insane.
I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that recording session with her. That would have been so fucking cool.
It would have been sick. God, what a fucking... just another just baller track, man. It's the most theater of them all.
Yeah, it is the definition of the theatrics on this record, and it's my favorite track on the record for obvious many reasons, but you know the one.
Yeah.
Something you're just gonna, But I'm getting pretty tired. I think I need to sleep.
These terrors. And it's it feels like as if somebody was gripping these terrors. And it feels like as if somebody was gripping my throat. But not tremors, they're worse than tremors. They're these terrors. Anyways, night, but not tremors, they're worse than tremors. They're these terrors. And it feels like as if somebody was gripping my throat, squeezing, and it feels like as if somebody was gripping my throat.
Some say now suffer all the children and walk away a savior or a madman and polluted from gutter institutions. Don't you breathe on me, undeserving of your sympathy, 'cause there ain't no way that I'm sorry for what I did. When through it all, how could you cry for me? 'Cause I don't feel bad about it. So shut your eyes, kiss me goodbye, and say, just say, the hardest part is letting go of your dreams. A drink for the heart.
You asked during the intro for this about the voice samples and stuff. And so here's the thing. I had suspected where those came from because of some little snippets of things that I read. And I think, this is only based on a couple comments that I've seen, but I think it kind of confirms what I suspected, because I guess they had been staying in a haunted house or something during the recording of this album. And Gerard was going through night terrors and stuff, and just not having a great time of it. And apparently that's where those came from. Recordings of him recounting his experiences with night terrors and sleep paralysis and the like.
But I did not know
fully
that.
confirm. Cannot fully confirm because I'd need a more solid source on that, but that's what it seems to be to me.
You know what? That makes sense.
I also don't know his voice that well, his speaking voice at least, to identify it through a tape recorder.
What do they disclose? What house it was?
I don't know. I'd have to do another lookup for that.
Okay. Don't do another lookup.
I'm going to. You can't stop me. But I'm not going to do it right now. This track rules. The chord progression on it is really fucking good. It is a thing about this is that it is like one chord off from being just a very standard poppy song. But the second chord in it throws it off so much, and it fucking makes the song pop so good. Were you about to object to what I was saying?
No, I just never looked at it like that, and it was kind of breaking me a little bit. You're not wrong.
The
by
first,
any means.
third, and fourth chords are very much in like your 1, 4, 5 kind of zone. I don't exactly know what they are, and I don't know what the other chord that he plays is, but that one is the one that throws it off and really kind of gives you like this. A, it perks the ear up. B, it prevents it from just being that kind of, normal, like maybe 1, 6, 4, 5 kind of deal that you would hear everywhere in your doo-wops to your fucking everything. But also, his delivery on the line, "'cause I don't feel bad about it," just feels so great. Like, it's the way that he says it and the way that it falls in the mix and all that stuff. It just feels good. It's just one of those lines. It's so fucking cool.
There's a lot of really cool delivery in this song.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this song again, like growing up with it, I didn't know there was no weight for it for me, and then getting older, it's just this heavy obelisk that's in there for me now. Like this song, it's just so good. I don't know. It just, again, this is one of those emotional songs I'm letting it carry for me.
Sure.
But there's just something about it that as you get older, this song really comes back and haunts you.
Yeah.
It's also a song about like the long term, so like you can't really think about shit like that when you're a preteen.
Right. It's definitely a big thing of like looking back on your life and stuff that you've done in it, and it has a big vibe of him sort of being in denial, insisting that he doesn't feel bad about, his life in general, while simultaneously being haunted by dreams that are clearly like reflecting the memories of his earlier life. It's like kind of you can't hold both of these, dog.
Yes.
But no, it's really fucking cool. It's, again, huge song, huge sound. Just
very theatrical.
God.
And like, I don't know, it invokes this weird, like, how summer, like later in the night, like evening, it's like orange outside.
Yeah.
This song is orange for me. This song takes place during like post golden hour, pre actual nighttime for me. Like I get orange from this song, and this album's one of the first things that I'd ever like had artistic visuals in my head for things about when I was growing up. And I feel very strongly that this song is like post golden hour, pre sunset kind of like area of the record.
When you say you get orange from this song,
yeah,
I instead picture orange as in Tang.
Oh, like the drink.
Not like the drink. Like what all of us become in the Human Instrumentality Project. Like, I just have, like, just everybody turning into orange juice, and
are we referencing
this
the painting
apocalyptic sounding track?
Oh,
that's what That's what your use of the word orange conjures in my mind in reference to this song. It has that very, like, it's weird that it's not the last song because it has a very final sound to it with the way that it plays.
There
but
is
it's
a
like
deep finality of this.
Yeah, but it, in some ways it's that kind of finality that does have the rubble that you have to survey afterwards.
Yep.
But not in a bad way because we still have good stuff coming up, so.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Do you have anything else on this one?
I got nothing else on this one.
Okay.
I got something for the next one nobody's going to like.
Yeah, I've already gathered that. Moving on, track number 11, Teenagers.
Gonna clean up your looks with all the lies in the books to make a citizen out of you. Because they sleep with a gun and keep an eye on you, son, so they can watch all the things you do. Because the drugs never work, they gonna give you a smirk, cause they got methods of keeping you clean. They gonna rip up your heads, your aspirations to shreds. Another cog in the murder machine. They said I'm teenagers scare the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes or strike a violent pose. Maybe it'll lead you alone, but not me. The boys and girls in the clique.
So, Blade, I hear you don't like this song.
Shmeev, I motherfucking hate this song. I hate this song so much. It ruins the entire flow of the record. It grinds it to a screeching halt, has no relevance to the entire thing. And on top of that, has the only redeemable quality of having a really good guitar solo. I just do not like this song at all. And to give you a positive here, in 7th grade, there was a talent show at my middle school, and people I was friends with at the time covered this song, and their video is still on YouTube to this day if you want to link it in the description.
Nice.
Yep. That is it's also my very first favorited video on YouTube when I made an account back in 2006. So,
Nice.
I'm old. My YouTube account turns 20
Shut up.
next year. But yeah, no, it's just, I don't like this song at all. I've heard it too much. I'm too bitter about it. I think it ruins the entire flow of the record and has no relevance to it.
I love this song. I haven't heard it too much because I, again, didn't really grow up like listening to it a whole lot. So it wasn't like a song that I couldn't avoid hearing or anything like that.
Oh yeah, it was everywhere.
I didn't hear it a lot until I literally listened to this record. And I very much enjoy it just as, again, talking about school as like a pipeline to either corporate hell or the military to go die in service of corporate hell. It's where I'm at, man. It's very battle royale in that way.
Except it's a much better movie and book.
I love
Listener, instead of listening to Teenagers, go watch Battle Royale.
You can do both. Teenagers is a very short song.
You'd have a better time watching Battle Royale. I don't know if I like the movie or book more. I haven't read the book in close to a decade, so I should reread it and see what I like more. But the movie is fantastic.
Book definitely works out a lot more. Digs in a lot more stuff. The movie just doesn't really pay a lot of attention to how much Shuya loves Bruce Springsteen, which sucks, man.
They couldn't afford Bruce Springsteen.
Probably not. But I just enjoy the song in general. I enjoy the vibe of it because I'm a rockin' and rollin' kid. I love playing this on my guitar. It is one that I've learned, and I have a lot of fun with it. And just the never-ending cycle of older generations looking back and going, these kids are so disrespectful and awful, while simultaneously prepping them for the fucking meat grinder fuck it.
I'm taking full offense to the fact you've never played guitar for us.
Okay, well, you can be mad.
You gotta.
I have played guitar for you guys. I posted a video a long time ago of me playing guitar. I covered the fucking solo of the perfect pokey rap.
Oh, you did. That's right.
I sure fucking did. Anyway. So you have nothing else on this?
No, my thoughts have become disenchanted.
When I was there on the day they sold the cards for the queen, and when the lights all went out, we watched our lives on the screen. I hate the ending myself, but it started with an alright scene. It was the roar of the crowd that gave me heartache to sing. It was a lie when they smiled and said you won't feel a thing. And as we ran from the cops, we laughed so hard it would sting. Yeah, yeah. If I'm so wrong, how can you listen all night long? How will it matter after I'm gone? Because you never learned a goddamn thing. You're just a sad song with nothing to say about a lifelong wait for a hospital stay. Well, if you think that I'm wrong, this never meant nothing to you. I spent my high school career spit on and shoved to agree, so I can watch how my heroes sell a car on TV. Bring out the young guillotine, we'll show 'em what we all mean.
I just need y'all to hear that second verse because it is possibly my favorite lines of the entire fucking album.
Really?
I relate hard, and it just hits me in a certain place.
Oh. Man. I didn't know you connected with this song that hard.
Like I said, it's that line in particular that really gets me. It's a thing. Finding out that like something that you cared so much about in your life turned out to just be so fucking hollow and devoid of the worth that you thought it held. That so much of like your life is fake in a way. And it sucks. It sucks to watch your heroes kind of just sell their fucking souls in just such a fucking, shallow fashion. Finding out that Hulk Hogan sucks.
Oh, dude. I'm so sorry. Can I side note this?
No, go ahead.
I knew Hulk Hogan fucking sucked because we had an ice cream man who was a Hulk Hogan impersonator, and that guy fucking sucked. So in my mind, they both fucking sucked. And then I grew up vindicated, so...
That's fair.
Yeah. But
finding out that Gene Simmons and all of Kiss, honestly, really fucking sucked.
Wait, hold on. Isn't Ace Frehley a good guy?
Ace Frehley has owns a concerning amount of Nazi memorabilia guy. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure he's why they have the lightning bolt S's in their names that they can't use when they tour in Germany.
Oh. Well, I did not know that about Ace Frehley.
Peter Criss is really the only one that I don't know anything in particular about.
Maybe for a reason. Maybe he's the
Maybe.
worst.
Maybe he's the
however,
best.
the hollow feeling of growing up and watching people you idolize become just nothing shells, or even in worst cases be terrible people, is something that really holds a lot of weight for the record in this album, because the narrator grows up to be somebody who's not really like has a life worth looking back on, honestly. So that's a whole tie into the theme. But like that, the weight of that growing up, just you can't measure it, but it's something when you're looking back on, you realize, man, wow, I sure didn't like how the fucking slap chop guy turned out. Just stuff like that, I don't know. There's a lot of them, and like, for me personally, if you guys know me and you're my friends, unfortunately, a lot of the music that I love and hold near and dear to my heart is made by bad people. And now that's happened to me so many times, it doesn't really affect me when it happens. I just get to go, great. Like another one to the fucking list. Because like the first time it happened to me was actually really devastating and it sucked. But it's happened to me for like, I'd have like 6 nickels if I had a nickel for every time it happened. And I'm tired of having nickels. So like, it doesn't bother me anymore. But like the first couple times it happened really sucked. And now it's just like, well, I can't really talk about my influences and why I'm the way I am because it makes me sound like a bad person, which I'm not if I like have to rate myself on the scale of people. But unfortunately, a lot of the art I made is made by people who are not good. So having this line is just really big. And this song also, for some reason, feels like it could also be another closer to the record. They really like give you a few closers to choose from if you want to stop your journey.
For sure.
And like there's a reason why this song evokes this for me, but this song evokes like being at a drive-in movie theater. I mean, we watch our lives on the screen. But like I have always associated with being at a drive-in movie theater, of which I've never been to for some reason.
Really?
But our local drive-in opens up this coming month, and we're going to start going every time we can. But
I mean, I hear it's also closing, so.
Thank you. That hurts a lot. How'd you know that?
Sav posted about it.
Oh yeah, it's up for sale. We're trying to give it more business and show them we want it fucking there. But yeah, just really, it's not the heaviest on the record, like emotionally, but it's pretty up there for like concepts that in the long run come back and haunt you.
For sure.
This record really, again, you can listen to it as a preteen and you cannot get any of the fucking point of it, and it still be an amazing record for you to listen to, and you love it your entire life. And then as you get older, things really start to like click and settle in with you about this album, and this is one of those songs for me.
I always find it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
No, you go.
Motherfucker,
you were already
you don't
talking.
Go. I already forgot.
Oh. Well, another thing about this is that it also kind of like flips the idea of that to the other side of him speaking as, the person creating all of this stuff, and kind of having to see people who are, shallowly into the stuff that he's making and not understanding what he's actually saying with them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's literally saying like what is all of this that I've done going to like count for whenever it has zero impact because nobody gets what I'm fucking saying. Like nobody's really following this. It's fucking it's it's Paul Ryan listening to fucking Rage Against the Machine.
Oh my god.
You never learn a goddamn thing. It's a lot, And I feel him on that. As a person who grew up listening to, bands that I did not fully understand until later. Bands that my dad did not have any excuse for not understanding at his age already. And still does not, clearly. It's something. I've joked before that I wonder if metal bands made the things that they were definitely against sound way too cool.
Yes, that is the truth.
Because it's like, if you listen to Iron Maiden and actually like pay attention to them, it's like, oh, you mean this is bad? It's not good. Like 2 Minutes to Midnight, you mean bad? That's a bad thing? Oh, it's not good to be that close to nuclear Armageddon. Ah, fuck, man. You oil the jaws of the war machine and feed it with our babies? That's not a cool thing?
Because I'm picturing it right now, and it sounds pretty cool.
You made it sound fucking rad, dude.
Oops,
But
made a
yeah.
banger.
Right. It definitely sounds like he's kind of in the same, at the same time as talking about, you know, his own heroes becoming just soulless husks. He's also kind of lamenting the way that like the younger people that he is influencing not actually hearing him. And it's rough, man.
Yeah. I think even, like, I didn't get that angle from it until I was much, much, much older. So, like, imagine the people who never got that angle.
Well, I don't think they got an angle at all, to be honest. Oh, man. But yeah, that's Disenchanted.
Unfortunately, I think those are going to be his famous last words.
No, I know that I can't make you stay, but where's your heart? But where's your heart? But where's your... And I know there's nothing I can say to change that part, to change that part, to change. So many bright lights to cast a shadow, but can I speak? Well, is it hard understanding I'm incomplete? A life that's so demanding, I get so weak. A love that's so demanding, I can't speak. I am not afraid to keep on living. I am not afraid to walk this world alone. If you stay, I'll be forgiven. Nothing you can say can stop me going home.
To jump back a few songs and give you an update, the band stayed at the Paramore Mansion, and that was where they were experiencing some what they believe to be paranormal phenomena, including the numerous cases of like night terrors and such. And I guess that recording there's like a, people are saying that I saw somebody mention that there's like a behind the scenes kind of thing where they talk about that, and this came from the recordings on Sleep, came from one of their just discussions in this house.
Oh, shit. I should look that up. I should put that on the server. Scratch
Sure.
that from the record.
So anyway, famous last words.
Famous last words. My God, what a closing statement for a record that is basically about how your life fucking sucked shit. Now you're looking at it with no hope, to going to this song to where Honest to God, this is the first positive song on the record. This is like the one like glimpse of bright fire in the future of this fucking album. This song always makes me feel really good and amped up. I love this track, and when I was younger, I didn't really appreciate it for what it was. Yada and so forth, so forth. Running theme of the album, the running theme of this fucking episode is I was a dumb as fuck preteen, and I just, as I get older, it becomes that beacon of hope, and it's on a feel-good end note, and it should be, because life should always end on a good note. Like, this should be the thing you take with you away from this record is, I am not afraid to keep on living. Like, it's a really good closing track. I think there's just so much there about it,
Yeah. There was, oh man, there was a post that I saw about this. Somebody talking about like the kind of like doomed feeling that a lot of people have with regards to the current state of the world and things, especially in the United States. And they were coming at it from the perspective of somebody who has a significantly shortened timeline to their life due to cancer. And they were talking literally just about like this kind of thing of like, they have a limited amount of time to be on this earth, and they're choosing to live that time and not, just give it up to despair or whatever. Like, some days it's going to hit them harder than others, and, they'll have to deal with that. But, no matter how much of that life is left, they're going to fucking choose to live in that time. And, it's one of those things that as people who we're just weird fucking confused dipshits, no matter who we are, it's hard to come to terms with that kind of stuff. And, we're all kind of just trying to find our way and our meaning in life. And I think, that's kind of finding the ultimate meaning in your life is to say, like, from now until whenever my time is up, I'm going to, live my life. I'm going to do the things that I want to, that I need to do. And whenever I go, that's it. There's not much I can do about that part of it, but I can do plenty about the time in between now and then. And, I think that's just a really cool message to send out. Because, again, going back to the text of this album about a guy who's been told he has 2 weeks to live from the beginning of it, literally saying, like, that's terrifying. That is a terrifying thing to be told out of the blue.
Yeah.
And it feels like I feel like 2 weeks, if I was told 2 weeks, I would feel like that time was already over, because that's no time at all. But finding the strength to say, like, these 2 weeks, I still have them, and I'm going to claim those for myself. I think that's just really powerful.
Unfortunately, I'd come to that conclusion on like day 12, but
whatever time you got, man. It's a good track.
It's an amazing track.
Good way to end an album.
Yeah, I think it's the most powerful way to end it on a good message, positive note like that.
Yeah.
If only
but what if there was a hidden track?
If only I had some vaudeville villain to tell me that that's not the last track.
We have a hidden track, I guess. I guess, is it just like not listed on the track list on the album? Okay, because it is its own track. So in the modern day of ripping music and using files and stuff, it's very obvious that there's a 14th track. But in the days of 2006, whenever we were using CD players and we didn't, we weren't immediately popping them into a computer to rip them and seeing everything that was on it immediately, you didn't know. You didn't know that there was another track after that because the back of the CD didn't tell you that there was a track number 14 titled Blood.
Well, they encourage your complete cooperation. Send your roses when they think you need to smile. I can't control myself because I don't know how. When they love me for it, honestly, I'll be here for a while. So give them blood, gallons of the stuff. Give them all that they can drink and it will never be enough. So give them blood. Grab a glass because there's going to be a flood.
Another jaunty one.
Very old school. In my mind, this conjures like a black and white silent film imagery.
Yep.
It's very classical. It's very like it was made in a different dimension, and they put it on this record for some reason. Because they've never done anything like it prior, and they've never touched on it since. It is a very in a vacuum song, and I think it's a very fun way to actually close the record. If you were lazy and didn't turn the CD player off.
It is it's a fun little bonus track. It doesn't need to be here as part of like the Black Parade stuff, but it's just a little extra thing, a little bonus credits song, if you will.
Yeah.
And I feel like it kind of goes back to him speaking as an artist, and it gives me vibes of actually. So the two of us are familiar with the old days of nu metal and such. Good old Korn.
I was there.
And the
Sucked.
like. So the band Korn, right?
I've been there, yeah. I know of them.
Jonathan Davis, we had some good times back in the day. I recall a time when he moved on from doing the typical Korn stuff, and everybody really hated him for going on and doing stuff that was not Korn or Korn-like, because people don't want artists to change ever, and especially artists in a specific area. Whenever it's an artist whose work is inspired from like really awful times in their lives, fans for some reason never want that artist to ever get better, because they feel like that's where their work comes from, is from them being in just constant fucking agony of the mental or physical variety, whenever actually that stuff makes it really fucking hard for them to put something out. It makes it really hard for them to focus on doing anything, and it just makes their life a living hell. But they still want them to keep on doing that. And in the case of Jonathan Davis, it was like, well, I can't be fucking mad at my dad forever, okay, guys? Like, after a while, I become an old person, and I kind of reconcile my feelings, and I deal with stuff, and my music is going to reflect the different person that I am now. And I feel like that's kind of what Jerry Boy is talking about here, you know? He's bled out all of this pain and stuff onto his records, and people are like, do it again. Stop being happy. Cut it out.
Yeah, hey, what do you got for me?
Right. It sucks.
Yeah, it's a huge detriment to everybody involved.
Yep. Stop being dicks to artists. Let them change and grow. And if you don't like their stuff, you can stop listening. Don't bother them.
Hey, and you know what? To stay true to the record, I did after this album, so
good job.
Yeah.
But that's the Black Parade.
That is, baby.
There are bonus tracks somewhere that I didn't listen to because I don't have them, and I didn't want to look them up.
The one worth mentioning is Kill All Your Friends, and you should go listen to it and take my advice of just listen to Kill All Your Friends.
And you can kill all your friends. You got your gun to
No, I got you. I knew. You got anything to
So, we're not there yet.
Oh, where are we? I'm hungry.
Overall thoughts on the Black Parade. What this album as a whole? What are you feeling?
I feel like it's a 10 out of 10. Obviously, incredible record, start to finish. Both on the surface and underneath the surface, there's a lot of things at play that make this record worth it to listen to, and a 10 out of 10. I think it's been a major part of my life for the fucking better part of 2 decades. So I mean, like, there's nothing I really would rather talk about than stuff like this with you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think that if you've never experienced it in full and this was your experience with it, that sucks, and you should have listened to it before this. But yeah, the Black Parade forever. I love this album.
Nice. I agree. It's an all-timer for me. I think this is just a fucking front to back great album. If the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was something that meant anything, I would say that this belongs in it. Without a doubt, the band and this album, I guess. I don't remember how the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame works because I don't care and it sucks. The canon of rock music, this more than earns its spot there. It is just an amazing work from a textual level to a musical level. It's just a really fucking good album. I cannot praise it enough. All the love to the Way boys and those other guys, except that one.
Yes, Frank. We give love to Frank.
Yeah,
and Ray.
Frank and Ray. Frank and Ray get love. the ones whose names I remember.
Yeah, the alive ones get all the credit.
Yeah. But no, it's just so good. It's just so good. Even the parts of this that are like, you know, if there's a low point to it, I don't know where, and I wouldn't skip it anyway. So yeah, that's it. What 3 tracks do you place upon a pedestal, and what 1 track do you kick into the inferno of hell?
Teenagers is gone.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like the worst fucking song on the record. I am putting on my pedestal Mama, Sharpest Lives, and I'll throw Sleep up there.
Okay. It's going to be a tough one for me here. It's weird because Sleep is honestly like a more recent one for me listening to. I used to pass over it a lot, and I think it's just because of the intro to it. I don't know. I just didn't feel like it was going to go somewhere, and then whenever I finally listened to it, I was like, oh man, it goes somewhere, and it goes hard. I feel like I gotta take Welcome to the Black Parade. It's just important.
You don't really got to. It's fine.
I do. I gotta do it. I gotta take... I would take Sleep. Sleep is good. And I just have a really tough one here, because I Don't Love You is such a good song, but so is Disenchanted. I love both of them.
Shocked you're not taking Dead.
Dead's fine. I think we gotta take Disenchanted, honestly. I don't know. It's a hard one, but between those two, Welcome to the Black Parade, Sleep, and Disenchanted. Yeah, why not? If I was gonna get rid of one, I don't know. I really don't. I might actually drop House of Wolves, to be honest.
I figured.
And it's not because it's like a bad song or anything like that. It's just...
Teenage Me was right.
it's This is a really good album. This has been the theme for all of the albums that we've done this with so far. Of that, just like I don't know what the fuck to get rid of. I love these albums. That's why we're doing them.
Right.
So yeah, that's the Black Parade. Give us your thoughts. Holla at us. What are your 3 big faves? Did you were you waiting for this album to drop and super hype whenever it hit and running out to go and pick it up from your local Hot Topic? What's your story with this masterpiece? You can tell me on. I mean, the Juggalo Judgment stuff is up, but I don't look at it. Mike does. And Mike only looks at like one of them, and that's the Instagram. You know what the fuck all of our shit is. I don't give a fuck. UPC Discord is where you talk to me. Blade, tell the people where to find you. What's going on?
Instagram, Blade was spooky. Twitter, Blade is spooky. Closed my Farmers Only account. I'm getting married. I have a wife. I'm in the UPC Discord every single day of my life. You can find me on Xbox Live, Blade is Spooky. PlayStation Network, Blade is Spooky. Steam, Blade is Spooky. I'm also on the Blue Ski, but I don't look at it. That is like the bastard child of my social media. I'm on Tumblr, Blade is Spooky. I'm on DeviantArt. I don't remember the username. Sorry. You'll have to find me yourself. I don't remember my username on DeviantArt. Well, they shut down LiveJournal, so I'm no longer there. But I'm on YouTube, Blade is Spooky, if you want to connect with me.
Fanfiction.net?
Fanfiction.net, Blade is Spooky. LinkedIn, Blade Brown, if you want to connect and make some waves in your industry. Yeah, I got nothing to really promote besides that. I got stickers. I have stickers for sale. A new bundle of stickers. They're very pleasant. They're very fun. I like them. You missed out on the pre-order sticker by the time you're hearing this. Sorry about that. But it was
Mine
not
didn't
even
show
announced.
up yet.
Yeah, it wasn't even announced. I didn't tell anybody that I threw in a bonus 4th sticker that nobody knew about until, well, yeah. There's a secret 4th one for pre-orders, but whatever. They're already gone. You got one. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Well, mine
yeah.
didn't show up yet, even though the ones one town over did.
Yeah, that's frustrating. I'm also going to plug, I started reading the Dark Tower series. I started reading the Gunslinger today. It's decent. It's pretty good so far. I mean, it's fucking windy. It's long-winded. There's a lot of description in this book.
Nice.
But yeah, it's good. Play Yakuza Infinite Wealth. Been doing that too.
Hell yeah.
What do you got promoting? What are we going on?
I already gave my stuff.
All right. UPC Discord. Just find us there.
UPC Discord. That's it. And I'm on Blue Ski, but whatever.
Yeah. Social media sucks. Write us a letter the old-fashioned way.
With all that, finish your motherfucking peach beverages, dogs.
Well,
I was already empty. But I still got a little taste of it. Peace.
I had one swallow.
Bye.
Oh, yeah.